Hello, and welcome back for part 2 of the third episode of Create Expectations. So if you are a little bit confused, you need to go watch part 1 on Zara's channel, which is linked below, and then come back and watch the rest here. Sarah, how are you?
Yeah. I'm still good, Sarah.
You're still good? Cool. You want to go?
How are you still doing?
I'm still good.
Good.
Yeah. You want to
Okay.
go jump into this pack before it expires?
Yeah, we have pack reviews in 2 minutes or less.
Yes. So
We're on my alt. I don't think I bought it on this where are you, pack? Oh, there we are.
there it is. $10. Relic cargo pack. Oh, I see this every week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $10. And you get a whole bunch of relic materials. You get a bunch of energy. 200 regular energy, 200 ship energy, and some credits, and some signal data, and 100 crystals for $10.
And some Zin Biddles. Yay. Yay
Zin
for
Biddles.
saying the word Zin Biddle.
You get what, 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
These are Zin Biddles, by the way, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I knew what they looked like.
Oh, you didn't know the number underneath them. Okay.
Yeah.
This message brought to you by the Canadian school system.
It wasn't the number 4, so I ignored it.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
but
not
for real.
It's not like 7, 8, 9. It's like 3 does exist still, unlike 8. Okay.
Okay. This is the oldest joke in the book. Oh man. What do you think of this pack? Because I think it's awesome for $10.
Yeah, I bought it. I buy it most weeks because
Yeah.
on my alt. So we had to go on my alt to do this because my main had already purchased this, but. I like that this gives you 15, which is the number you need to get a character up to Relic 5, for like from 4 to 5 of the blue signal data, flawed signal data.
Right.
I like that about it a lot. I like the Zin Biddles and these things. The Electriums are actually pretty hard to farm sometimes because they use real gear that you really want. Like the carbonite stuff, it doesn't feel real. You get 20, or some of the bronzium. That's not even enough for one upgrade. But
Right.
yeah, you get. I feel like the real value here is the Electrium and Zinbiddle, and
And
then the
signal
signal
data.
data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And then as a bonus, you get energy and crystals. So I
Yeah,
don't
like
see it being bad value.
oh, this is fine. This is good value in my opinion. Like for $10, I don't know. I should do a $10 comparison, but
I mean, realistically, you are spending to get the equivalent of that amount of energy is going to cost you over 100 crystals anyway. It's going to cost
Sure.
you 150,
yeah, 150 crystals for this much energy.
right? And then they're also giving you 100 crystals. So you're getting 250 crystals worth right there. Plus all the extra stuff.
Plus other stuff. Well, you also buy for me, like as a light whale. I'm not a mega kraken by any means. But also signal data is a huge blocker for me. It just gets in the way. I can't get enough of the signal data right now. I'm at 0 on my main account because Starkiller. I had to get Relic 7 on Scion of Django. I had to get Relic 8 on Starkiller. I had to get Relic 5 on the 4 characters to unlock Starkiller. And it's all at once. And then also it's like Iden. And then not even her, the stupid, worthless Visas Mar, who's not stupid and worthless anymore. She's just stupid. And, I need her relict. Now maybe I need Juhani relict. And I never have enough signal data. So...
Yeah.
Having enough to get a couple upgrades without having to farm is nice.
Especially the blue one, the flawed. Like that one is a pain to farm.
You know what I wish? I wish that they had made this a little bit different color. Because this is also blue.
I know.
And they're like, no, you can call it fragmented. I'm like, I don't memorize the names of things. Like,
No.
then
Like, what was that Electrium thing?
Yeah,
That
Electrium
one?
Conductor, yeah.
Yeah, that's a toonie. All the Canadians will get that. That's a toonie.
Wait, what? You were talking? No, I'm sorry. That was rude. That was actually rude, but
So
you
rude.
talking about toonies in front of me. I actually don't know. Anyways, so yeah, go buy this pack every time, guys. Spend $40 a month on it. How often do you buy it, Sarah? Out of curiosity.
I try to buy it when I remember that it's there. I usually buy it when I'm rage gearing somebody. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this thing for $10 that will help me.
Yeah, it'll help you buy gear, or farm gear, I should say. It's not bad.
Well, realistically, I'm buying it for the relic materials and the signal data.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
Well, that's fancy.
I think it's worth it. $10, $14 for me.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. So, that's that. Okay, so do we want to talk about our GACs in less than 1 minute?
It's so hard. Like people ask me that. She does. She should be thankful. But yeah, it's difficult for me to talk about GAC for just 1 minute, so that should be entertaining for others.
Right. We can just do a nice recap of our week in less than a minute and see if we can actually do it.
All right. Do you want to go first this time?
Yeah, I think I do.
All right. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Ready? And hold on. And go.
Okay, so first opponent was pretty evenly matched. I was surprised though. He attacked once in the first hour and then just did absolutely nothing. I ended up full clearing him, and then he continued to attack and stopped at Executor, and we just kind of sat there, and he just never attacked my Executor, so I won. Next opponent, I actually felt bad about this. I was really overmatched. He had 2 GLs. I had 4. I had over 1 million extra GP on him. It was just an absolute, it was my round to lose. So I set a ridiculously hard defense, and I feel a little bit bad about it. But then he didn't attack, and I felt even worse that he didn't attack, and I full cleared him, and I won. So then I ended up in the finals, which, by the way, I was shocked that the guy in my bracket who had 6 GLs was not in the finals with me. And I ended up stalling out, and I made...
Stop. Did you win?
No, I lost by 9.
That sucks.
So close. So close. Anyway. All right, hang on. I'm going to need a stopwatch for this because you're going to be able to do it in less than a minute is the question.
That's what she said.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready-ish. Okay. I'm ready.
Ready-ish? Mm-hmm. All right. Go.
All right, my first round was against a guy from Wolfpack. He has a really good roster, as you might imagine. He recognized who I was, and we both placed 3 Galactic Legends on defense. He only cleared 1 of my Galactic Legends and got stalled out on Rey and Lord Vader. I managed to clear all of his Galactic Legends and his other top zone. I couldn't get through his back zone because he put so much on defense. We both did, and I ended up beating him 3 zones cleared to 2 on his end. The next fight was against a Ka opponent. He's a really good player, better roster than me, had Star Killer, put him on defense, and we both trapped each other. I put a 4th Galactic Legend on defense in the back. He put a 4th Galactic Legend on defense in the back, or maybe he put a 3rd one. One way or another, I didn't quite have enough Galactic Legends to clear him normally, except I was able to use General Skywalker to beat his Rey, and then I could use my Supreme... Whoa. Really? I didn't even get through to the 3rd round.
It took 30 seconds on the first round. I was like, he's not good at the 3rd.
This is so hard. It's so difficult. I won my 2nd one, and I lost my 3rd by 7. Womp womp.
So we almost matched.
We almost did.
Sad.
I don't know who the winner is though. Like the person who got the closest to winning but still lost.
I know.
Or the person who's like, it's less important to me because the distance is bigger.
Right. Neither of us are the winner here.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Speed GAC. Wow, that was rough. I can't believe I took that long. Well, so be it. I'll improve. You'll see.
Okay.
I'll remod and we'll get that. We'll get back to it next week.
We'll see. Okay, so we have done our speed GAC. We've talked about the pack. We should probably revisit a character because that seems fun. No?
Sure. So you wanted to talk about for the people who are obstinately not watching mine first. Who are we talking about?
We are going to talk about Watt.
All right.
Because why not?
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah, especially since, they changed his weapons tech. And I feel like a lot of people just don't know what to do with him.
So what do you do with him, Sarah?
I still use his weapons tech. I mainly use it to make sure that characters can't revive. Or if I want that character to gain turns, and have them come back around more often. So for example, in Conquest, which is everyone's favorite, I will use it if I need to kill, if I'm just farming kills with a specific faction, that somebody from that faction will get the weapons tech so they can keep taking turns. Anyway, I think the big thing with that weapons tech is that it's just really changed some specific teams and some specific game modes. Like the biggest thing I've noticed in a difference for this is the Watt special mission in Dark Side territory battles is so ridiculous now, and it takes forever to get through. Have you noticed this?
Yeah, it's harder. I get I still get through it, but yeah, it takes a while because you can't ramp your you can't have your B1 just destroy everyone.
Yeah,
because he's going defense.
He just doesn't do anything. So it takes 40 minutes.
Because you have a really bad Grievous squad.
I don't use Grievous in there, but carry on.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But
neither do I actually.
But it still takes a while, and then you may or may not win at the end.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's not exactly fun, right. but there's a few cool things you can use him for.
Yeah. So how are you using him? Because I think he's still worthwhile to use. I'm not saying he's not worthwhile. And realistically, out of all of his text, that's the only one that was changed.
Yeah, I mean it was just a straight up nerf because they just chopped that part off of him. But otherwise, yeah. So there's a lot of sneaky things you can do with him. So for instance, if you take him with a Maul, a Mandalorian team, and you want Maul to go first and start hitting people as fast as you can, but you can't always guarantee that Maul is going to go first. You can make him pretty fast actually, but even in this day and age, the people have some ridiculous speeds, some ridiculous turn meter boosts and stuff. So what you do, though, because Watt always goes first unless there's Han, and then he goes second, what he can do is trigger that frenzy on Maul by, he'll go first, and then Maul he'll do a special. He'll put, weapons tech on Maul or something. And then he'll also, that will, as a special, trigger Maul's frenzy. So Maul can go, he can do his AoE, get 5 stacks, and then because he calls everyone to assist when Maul goes, Canderous will then take a turn. He can do his special, and then it gets Maul his second turn with frenzy. And so basically Watt's a great use for that. I mean, it's a little expensive to use a Mando for a Mando team. A lot of people are making their armor really fast if they had her actually farmed,
Rude.
And I know it's rude of you
Uh-huh.
to not have her. Anyways, she she deserves some gear and some farming.
She's almost done.
That will be nice. So so otherwise, so one really clever use that I saw recently is you can use him with troopers if your Piet's not quite fast enough. Uh,
Oh.
then then what he does his basic. He gives everyone heal over time,
Hmm.
and that gives them all a buff, which means that they all gain 10% turn meter, which means then Piet can then like overreach just a little bit to be able to get there. Like you only have four troopers then, and if
Hmm.
Twat takes a turn in between at some point, if you have if you interrupt their turn meter train, then he'll get rid of all of the cool Piet buffs. But
Right.
that doesn't necessarily have. So if you need just an extra 10% turn meter, which is actually pretty big with Piet, that Watt can do it.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, I didn't think of it myself. I saw someone else do it. It was I think it was Blade Baca. He's got good ideas. So Watt can do a lot of cool stuff. You know, I like you've seen me on a lot of my streams. I like to do Build a Bear with him.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of really cool stuff. I know that you were outraged the other night when
Hmm.
I was running Ray lead or Jedi training Ray lead, sorry, but
Hmm.
with Watt there's to make her tank or to make her taunt, but then I didn't take BB-8 because I didn't have room for stupid Gear 11 ball.
Sad. Sad. He
I
needs
should have
some
left him.
gear.
I should have left him at Gear 9 so that I could call him BB9. I almost made you
Uh,
spit take there. That was great.
almost.
That was great.
Almost. Yeah, so I think he's still worthwhile, even though they've changed his weapons tech, which is a little sad, but
Oh, he's wonderful.
still
He's
solid.
The weapons tech thing doesn't change much for me.
No.
It does change the way you play Vader, just because Vader does way less damage. Both his culling blade and now he doesn't ignore defense. But otherwise, he's still like you manufacture a team because you can give taunt to someone of your choose. Like it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
really good. And he's a good. Then there's the obvious uses of him as a babysitter, but I mean, I feel like that most of our viewers are going to understand how that works. So,
Hmm.
use him with a GL to keep him alive long enough to kill everyone. Give him the weapons or the shield tech, and then kindly die to stop wasting our time. But
Stop getting it in the way.
yeah,
Yep. All right.
yeah,
Um, cool. So I don't have any other points on Watt if you don't have any other points on Watt.
no, let's be done with Watt.
All right. He's done and over. Cool. So I think we can go into viewer questions, which is just a reminder, by the way, for everyone. If you have a question, you can drop it in the comments or in the comments on Sarah's video, either or, and we can maybe take
Yeah.
it seriously. We can play favorites.
Yeah, if we like you, we'll maybe take it seriously. We also might not.
Right.
We also might not like you. So,
Right. In which case,
depending on who you are, obviously.
sorry. All right. So,
Sorry.
um,
What's the question?
okay, so this one I kind of like rephrased into a question because I think it could apply.
Hmm.
So basically, Will Scott said that now that GAC is starting up again, would we be able to include some off-meta counters or for Galactic Legends or strategies for dealing with tricky teams? And I thought, one, really great point. I would love to know this because I don't have off-meta counters. And two, what is your favorite off-meta counter for a Galactic Legend? Because like if you were going to say this is the first off-meta counter that you should build for a Galactic Legend,
Hmm.
what team would it be?
So it would absolutely be General Grievous. and his cronies, because with Watt and the four or the three other droids that typically go with him, B1, B2, and Magna Guard, and because they counter Jedi Master Luke and they counter Sith Eternal, and if it's early game especially, like you see those things on defense quite a bit. Once you get to late game, those guys tend to be taken for offense more, but you still see them sometimes, and it's a nice option to have because they do a lot of cool stuff, like with all the target lock synergy, you get so much turn meter. Like Jedi Master Luke can really just like a lot of times he'll just like sit there while you just take turn after turn. Same with Sith Eternal, like it takes a while to get through to him because you keep resetting everyone's health and protection when you kill a Sith, but you get through it, and I'm actually planning a video on using General Grievous against Sith Eternal pretty soon. It's pretty nice, and it's accessible early-ish game. You just got to start farming Grievous the second you have the fleet available, the fleet node, or whatever, the fleet shop. So I don't know. That's the first one I would do. What about you, Sarah? Oh, you said you don't have any.
Oh, I don't have any. Well, I do have. I have Grievous, but the team's not built well. So
yeah, it's
very
worthwhile.
It doesn't work for me, but I know that you've done some fun things with bounty hunters and Fennec as well, which is enticing.
Sure. Well, so
that's not for a full. That's not a full Galactic Legend counter.
Right. That's more of just you failed to kill a Galactic Legend with an on-off meta, and your bounty hunters are like, all right, bro, we'll bail you out.
Right. I know Gas and 501st can still do Rey, and sometimes Jedi Master Luke. I think it depends on the Jedi Master Luke lineup and Gas Squad, but
yep, that's absolutely viable. Commander Luke against Supreme Leader Kylo if there's no Hux, or if it's an impure First Order squad, like if there's one character that's not. One of my very favorites actually is when people ran the Supreme Leader Kylo team with Zombie and Daka on defense. And what you do, you take the Rebel team and you shoot Daka and kill her, then you shoot her and kill her a second time, and Zombie revives her both times, but Zombie dies both times that happens as well. So you priming Chupio to then, like, you've already killed 4 people at that point, and then you hit the button on Chupio and it's 5 hits on everyone, and they all just get, like, it just erases the whole team.
So pro tip, don't set Kylo, Daka, Zombie on defense? Not
against me.
Yeah.
It's fun, man. It's super. You need to have high tenacity on your squad because Daka will inevitably take a turn, and if she stuns Chupio or Chewie, well, especially Chupio, then you're just done.
Then you're screwed. Yeah.
F'd in the A.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah. That's I think that's it.
Yeah.
Third episode's done.
Yeah. Done, son.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. Sarah, it's been fun.
As always. And we'll be back next week for another episode.
You sounded super convincing there.
Sorry. Good. As always.
Yay. Yay. All right. Cool. So, yeah, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye. See you next week.
Maybe.